So hello everyone, once again welcome to Nature and Nature Why. In this video I am going to tell you the top 10 exotic flowering shrubs. Whenever we are hearing the word exotic, it means it needs some special care in terms of soil, climate and some management, etc. And here I am not using the word flowering plants, I am using the word flowering shrubs. Shrubs means the plants which can grow up to 2 meter in height, and also they have multiple branches from the base and we can trim it in different shapes as we want. And one moment, if you are interested in medicines and facts related to medicines, then there is a YouTube channel Medicophily which is run by my brother. You can watch it if you are interested. I will keep the link in the descriptions. So in this top 10, the first flowering plant is the hydrangea, botanically known as Hydrangea macrophylla. So whenever you see the word macrophylla, macro means big and phylla means leaves. So it is also known for its beautiful big leaf. And the most important and unique part of this plant is it changes its flower color depending on the pH of the soil. For example, if the soil is acidic in nature, the pH is below 6, then the flower color will be blue. And if the soil is basic in nature, for example if the pH is more than 6, then the flower color will be pink. But in the beginning the flower will open in lightish greenish in color. So in the beginning it will not change its color, but later depending on the soil pH it changes its color. So with the help of this plant you can easily identify what kind of soil your garden have. And hydrangea loves humidity and cool climate, but it hates very hot climate with direct sunlight, because that direct sunlight can hit the leaves and the leaves will burn. And now where we can grow this plant? We can grow in subtropical and temperate climatic condition, and also we can grow in tropical climatic condition, but there we have to grow in indoor only. Now let's talk about its sunlight requirement. You can grow hydrangea in partial sunlight to full sunlight in temperate and subtropical climatic condition, but in tropical climatic conditions or hot climatic conditions you have to grow in indoor or indirect sunlight only, not in full sunlight. Okay. And in landscape point of view, you can grow hydrangea as a flowering shrubs either in the flower bed or as a border plants or as a line plant or anywhere in the garden to just add beauty wherever you want. Okay. And also you can grow this hydrangea in a pot, because it grows very well in the pot because of its small root systems and all, and you can keep the plant wherever the indirect sunlight or minimum 2 to 3 hours of sunlight are coming, like entrance of your house, entrance of your office, wherever you want you can keep this hydrangea. Many people think that taking care of hydrangea is very difficult, but this is not always true, because it is one time plantation of plant in the garden and you can enjoy its beautiful flower and beautiful leaf up to many years. Okay, but one thing we have to keep in our mind while growing hydrangea, because your number of flowers, your flower size, everything will depend on this, that is pruning. Because pruning of leaf is very important, because as we know that the flowers, new flowers will come on the new shoots only, so you have to do pruning immediately after the winter. Okay. And the second top 10 plant is the bridal wreath spiraea, botanically known as Spirea contaneoensis. And in this spirea we have many different species depending on the flower shape and leaf shape, but this is mainly grown for its white flowers which borne along the arching branches that looks very good, like a pompon or like cluster of snow which you can see in during the snow, and this mainly blooms in the late spring to early summer. Another interesting part of this plant is its leaves turns to yellowish to red in color in the autumn season and fall on the ground, and especially when it fall on the lawn it looks very beautiful. And as a landscape point of view, you can use this plant as a shrub bed anywhere in the garden, and also you can use it for screening purpose. And as we know that this is a deciduous shrub, so it needs pruning especially in the winter season in order to give new shoots and new flowers in the spring season. And also you can grow this plant from partial sunlight to full sunlight area, and it can grow in many type of soil, and it is a very zero maintenance plant, so no need to worry, just plant it and it will grow. And this is another species from Spirea, and I don't know the exact species, but it is differ in a leaf shape and also the flower structure, but remaining uses and its introduction, everything will be same as that of other Spirea. And here is the full dominance of yellow color, the golden bell plant, botanically known as Forestia suspensa. It is one of the low maintenance plant, and also it planted along the river bank. And the blooming of this plant indicates the arrival of spring season because it blooms immediately after the winter season. And this plant also have medicinal value from its dried fruit, especially in the China. And this yellow flower, it remains on the plant up to 1.5 to 2 months, so that 2 months is really very beautiful to see this plant full in yellow color. And also you have to plant this plant in partial sunlight to full sunlight area. It will not grow good in fully shaded area. And you can grow this plant as a shrub bed or also as a line plantations, as you can see here. And if you want perfuming shrub, then this is the perfect one, the Calycanthus floridus, commonly known as sweet herb or spice herb, and it is a deciduous shrub. It can reach up to 2 to 3 meter tall and up to 2 meter in spread. And this is mainly grown for its dark red beautiful flowers which emits a rich fruity fragrance, hence the name sweet herb. And also this is used as an ingredient in potpourri, and it usually blooms in the summer season. And the leaves are dark green in color, big in size, rough in textures, and pale green color in opposite side. And when you crush the leaf of this plant, you have a very strong aromatic scent, hence the common name is spice herb. You can grow in partial sunlight to full sunlight area, and also you can grow as a individual plant or group of plant, and you can easily propagate this plant with the softwood cutting or also through the seeds. And here is another very strong perfuming plant, the Pittosporum tobira, commonly known as Japanese cheesewood or mock orange. And it is a evergreen shrub, and its leaves look like as that of adenium plant, and it can grow up to 2 meter in height. But if you leave this plant without trimming or pruning it, it can become a medium sized tree. And it starts flowering from late spring to early summer, and the flowers are very strong in fragrance, and its fruits are very small in size, and it have a sticky substance on the seed which stick to the bits of buds and help in the spreading of this seed. And as a landscape point of view, you can also grow this plant as a hedge or as a shrub or as a topiary or as a living privacy screen. You can grow indoor, you can grow outdoor, wherever you want. And it is also very drought tolerant plant, and it is fairly used as a hardy landscape plant. And here is another flowering shrub, the Philadelphus coronarius. The common name is dogwood or English dogwood, and it is as I told you that it is a flowering shrub. It is a deciduous, means it shed their leaves in the heavy winter, and recently it got all leaves, new leaves, and we can see the beautiful white flowers. These white flowers comes in the early summer, and these have very sweet fragrance, and really it's very good. And I'm observing the fragrance. It's really very amazing to have this type of fragrance while in the garden. And we can see the leaves have some margin, as you can see, toothed margin. Many branches are coming out from the base. So this is the example of shrub. By this way we are differentiating the trees, because trees only have single trunk and the shrubs have multiple branches from the base. This is the main difference between trees and shrubs. And it can grow only in the temperate regions, not in the tropical and very high climate condition, very high temperature areas. So this is perfect for temperate regions like some European countries and some other countries. You can also trim it in different shapes. As you can see, they have trimmed it, but the branches are growing. We can cut it, and so that we have very beautiful look of the white flowers. And it is very good for the garden, and whenever someone is walking like this, the fragrance attract towards them, and it's really so beautiful. So simply you can have some 1 or 2 in the garden, because it adds some biodiversity, because of fragrance. Some bees and other will come and collect the honeys from the flower, so it will act as a biodiversity to your garden. So here is the most common and favorite plant to everyone, the rose plant, and it is great idea to use rose plant as a shrub in the garden. And I think I don't need to give any information regarding this plant because everyone know how to take care and how to grow rose plant. But I can help you with some of the varieties in roses which can be used as a shrub. So I will keep the link in the descriptions. If you want the varieties, you can simply go and check out there. And here is another unique white flowering plant from Viburnum. Botanically it is Viburnum plicatum, and it is a deciduous shrubs which can grow up to 2 to 3 meter in height, and it start blooming in the early summer, and its flowers look like as that of hydrangea, and the flowers arrangements is the outer side is strong white petals, and in the center it have reproductive part, and you can grow in partial sunlight to full sunlight area. And it is totally different from other flowering shrub because its branches grow in a horizontal way. It provides architectural interest in the garden, and its fruits are like berry which are edible, and it can easily propagate from softwood cutting or also from the seeds. And in this we have many different varieties. For example, this one Viburnum trilobium means the leaves are in trilobe structure, so the name is Viburnum trilobum. And another is Viburnum tinus, and this Viburnum tinus is evergreen and it flowers in the early spring. So this give flowers before these two plants, and it's evergreen, and its shape is very dome shape, and its leaves are rough in structure. And another flower plant from Japan, the Camellia japonica, commonly known as Japanese camellia, and sometimes it is also known as rose of winter because the flowers are look like as that of rose, and it flowers at the end of winter. And in this we have many colors and many form, and you can grow it as a shrub, or you can grow it as a medium sized tree, and also you can grow it as a potted plant. And there are many dwarf varieties are also there, and grafted one are also there, and it mainly flowers in the January to March, that is at the end of winter season, and it can easily propagate through stem cutting. And at the end we have flowering shrub from Azalea species. Azalea is very well known for its beautiful petals, and it have different species and different colors, and you can grow Azalea from partial sunlight to full sunlight area, and also you can grow in pot, or you can grow in a bed or as a line plantation. But its petals are really very cute, and if you see it, it's really very beautiful to see the Azalea when it is in full bloom. So simply you can grow Azalea, no problem at all. So this is all about the top 10 exotic flowering shrubs. So all these plants you can grow in tropical to temperate climatic conditions, and in coming to some hot climatic conditions, if you find this plant, then you can grow it in indoor, no problem at all, it will grow. And also I thought to keep the video in short, but it went long, so I think I will reduce from next video. So you can also follow me on my Instagram, where I used to share information related to plants, nature and landscaping. And also nowadays I am sharing new plants of Europe, so whatever I am finding new varieties, I am just sharing in my Instagram, so you can look at there. So friends, see you in my next video. Bye.